Welcome. We are expecting a packed house today, so if you do have any seats next to you, if you can kind of squeeze in, and we'll get as many people seated as we possibly can. Otherwise, there is, I don't know, you're welcome to sit out there in that overflow area right outside. You should still be able to hear, or standing room only. And I do apologize for that. I considered having this outside today, but would that not have been the absolute worst idea ever conceived? So I'm glad I did not go with that one. So we will just pack in. Welcome back, NHA. I am Tiffany Millen. I am the director, and we are delighted to have so many joining us today for our orientation. I usually start by just reading you our mission statement. We actually started back in 2007 as a Park Day group. We added classes in 2013, and at that point we had to come up with a mission statement, so this is what it says. We are an inclusive cooperative of homeschooling families partnering with local professionals and organizations to bring homeschooling opportunities to Natomas. So we started with 20 high schoolers, and from there to this. It's just taken on a life of its own, but we are still, really, a lot of our original moms who were part of our Park Day group are still here teaching the classes. We've been together now for 15 years, haven't we, Tina? And Tina's youngest is graduating this year. My youngest just graduated. So we're now moving on to the next phase, but we're thrilled to still be able to be part of this wonderful homeschooling community. So 40 years ago, when I was in high school, I actually homeschooled for a short time in high school, and at that time, we were literally fearful that we could get into trouble for homeschooling. And so when you fast forward to today, where the state not only knows about homeschooling, but in a lot of respects, they are actually paying for it. The educational freedom that we have, we tend to think a lot of negative, but it is really quite astounding. So we have a tradition here that we like to open this orientation in a word of prayer. We welcome people of all faiths, people of no faiths. It is not our intent to offend, but we just believe that it is rightful that we show gratitude to something greater than ourselves that has prepared the way for us to be here today. God, I thank you for the freedom that we have to assemble here and to educate our children at home. Thank you for the doors that have opened to us and the diverse group of people you've allowed us to call friends. We ask that you would continue to direct this organization as we continue to seek your direction. Give our students attentive minds ready to learn. Guide our teachers as they plan and facilitate the instruction. Give them the creativity to know how best to reach each student. Grant wisdom in each decision we make as we go through this year, that it would be honoring to you and in the best interest of all. Amen. All right. Today we have kind of a special guest, and I'm not sure he's made his way in. Oh, there he is. So Pastor Fred is one of the pastors on staff here at the Crossing, and he's just going to take a mic for just a minute to welcome us into their facility and to just explain some of the concerns that they have when they open their doors to so many little children.
Thank you, Tiffany. Well, good morning. Again, my name is Fred Hammer, one of the pastors here at the Crossing Church. First of all, welcome to our facility today, and welcome for the school year as you're here. We have been a proud partner with NHA for, how many years now, Tiffany? Yeah, so for quite a while there. And so we value you as parents because you're the authority and the power that you have in the life of your children, both morally and how they survive in America and everything else, is a very high standard. And so we welcome and we want to encourage you in that process. And there is a value to the homeschool process to be able to have some more control over the things that you educate and teach your kids. So we as a church, we value and appreciate you on that. Likewise, we are a facility, and we believe as an organization that we want to utilize our facility to bless those in our community, to be able to help those that have that. Having a big empty building all the time, can get kind of, what's the point of that? We want to really put that to practice. And so that's part of our partnership here. We do partner with other groups throughout the week for other things. And so the same expectation we set for them as well is we are still an operating business. we're still an operating church, and so we still do things here during the week, and we have the same expenses that regular schools have and that regular office buildings might have, but we don't necessarily have the same resources that the government provides for schools and those kind of things. And so we want to ask for your support and your help as you communicate and talk with your children and your students to remind them that it's not just the regular old classroom they kind of go into and someone's going to clean that up. Yeah, someone's going to clean that up. It's usually me or one of the other pastors. And so it's a lot of that process of that partnership that we're kind of asking for you guys, is to kind of help us help you be successful. And so I just really want to kind of encourage some of that dialogue to kind of help that. Miss Tiffany is the director, and she's the boss, the principal, for lack of a better terminology. And so we don't want her being the bad guy all the time, and so sometimes I got to be the bad guy. And so I don't like being a bad guy, kids, right? I want to have fun. I want to encourage you in your educational process and what you guys are doing here. But just a reminder to kind of help us take care of our facility, you know, gum and food and all those things. Running up and down stairwells seems like a lot of fun, but that's where the offices are located. And so you know, writing on things and playing on the chalkboards and writing on the walls. We don't really have a team that's going to go through and repaint and do that kind of stuff, and so we really want to ask for your help in that. So that's probably my big plea here this morning is we are so excited to be able to host you here. We want to continue this over 10-year relationship and continue to do this moving forward, but we just really want to come out this year and say, hey, help us out a little bit in respecting the place here. Again, we love having you here, and we're really excited to have that partnership with you. On that kind of note, anything else on that kind of stuff, Tiffany? Did I kind of hit it? Is that all right? You guys understand? Did I make it clear, or was I being too soft? Sometimes I can be too soft. Be nice, kids. Be nice. Respect and love us. We'll respect and love you. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I got some jewelry here, and my red one fell off, so I want to put a new red one on. Hold on one second. So today, as we go through, I'm going to have lots of questions, and I'm going to be looking for students to give me the answers. And anyone who volunteers to answer a question gets a finger light. We have 7 fashion colors here. I'm demonstrating them all for you, and you will get to pick your color. I usually get down and actually run through the crowd and hand these out, but today I'm going to do it a little bit differently because with these glasses and those stairs, it is not a good idea. So I'm going to put the box down here, and if I tell you and you answer a question, you can actually come down and pick your fashion color on the finger light, okay? So we're going to do it that way, and that'll be helpful for our video people at home because I won't be constantly going off screen, although I really like it. It feels like Oprah going out into the crowd, and it's a lot of fun, but I'm going to draw back today and not do that. All right. Do we have any of our board members in here right now? Did Mindy make her way in, or Lindsay? I think they're probably still out. They're probably still both out there. Okay, so we are a nonprofit. We have a nonprofit board. I am on that board. Christy, Maria, Mindy, and Lindsay, who are helping to check in today, are all members of the board. I can't introduce them to you because they're not in here, but that's okay. We're going to go over it, and I wanted to show you our door prizes because, Alyssa, could you give me the door prize ticket box? We have over 20 items here, so I need to go through them real quick. A lot of science kits. Whoops, I'll get that one. Science Magic, this is chemistry. This year we're doing chemistry and physics in middle school, chemistry and physics in our first to third and our third to fifth. Actually, it's my favorite year. Chemistry and physics are my favorite because they're so hands-on and they have such awesome stuff. Butterfly garden. If you have never raised butterflies from caterpillars in your homeschool, it is a must-do. It is so much fun, at least one time. So this has a certificate, so you can go in and get the caterpillars. Another class that I am super excited about, and you're probably going to hear about it over and over again, is our geography class. So this is a 3D puzzle. It actually makes a 3-dimensional globe, but our world cultures class is something I've wanted to do for 7 years. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm going to talk about it later, but I'm really looking forward to that. I've got 4 different sets of robots because when I do my shopping, I don't necessarily remember what I've already bought. So I bought them multiple times. So we have lots of those. This one, I don't know what's in it. It says Discover Surprise. I can tell you that I had no idea it was going to say that when I bought it. But this reminds me that we're doing mystery science this year, which is another. And so this is like a mystery science box, right? And these are some pens. We're doing a simple machine class this year with our 3rd to 5th grade STEM. So there's some simple machines that you can make. We've got a crystal growing kit. I've got 2. These are identical ukuleles. They come with a case. We've got a Lego class this year, so we have a set of Legos. This right here is a chess set. So I didn't take it out of the box, but it has a chessboard in a bag with all of the pieces. For our little guys, this is a little thing. I think it makes the sounds of the letters if you point to it. And then I've got 3 Nerf Super Soakers. These actually hook up to your garden hose, and you point them. So great way to learn about physics, trajectory, pressure, all of those things, but mostly a great way to keep cool on an incredibly hot day. All right, so I just wanted to show you what was out there. We're going to go ahead and pick our first prize winner. Last year I did like a grand prize. But then the poor mom didn't get the grand prize because she let her kid pick the $30 Hot Wheels set. So I decided that that's true. Moms are just going to let their kids pick anyway. So I didn't really do a grand prize this year. But the first prize winner is 242436. If you have 242436, all right, come on over and you get to pick the first prize. All right, while he is doing that, we are going to memorize the full handbook here today. Before you walk out of this room today, you will know every word in the handbook. At NHA, we like to say that we have a hand, not a handbook. So we've boiled our handbook down into 5 words, and we're all going to memorize them. Does anyone who's been here before, anyone can give me one of our 3 rules? Right here. No running. Very good. So that's our first rule. That takes up 2 words on our hand. No running. You can come and pick a finger light. No running, because these halls have blind corners. Literally the first big event that we had here, 2 second graders were running in opposite ways down a hall. They collided, and a little 7-year-old went home with a great big shiner. So no running inside in the facilities. It is just too dangerous. So there is our first rule. Check. Done. 2 words. Anybody know another one of our rules? Do you know one? Be kind. That's right. Be kind. You can go and get a finger light. All right. Be kind. So no running. Be kind. Be kind is like the golden rule. Does anybody know the golden rule? You know the golden rule? That is exactly right. Treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you just remember that one rule will take you so far in life. Just be kind. Don't run, be kind. We are flying through this handbook. We only have 1 word left, but it is our biggest rule. You know, I'm going to be in trouble if I don't call on some people in the back, because I have been favoring the front row. Anybody know our last rule? Do you know? Respect. She got it. Come on up and get a finger light. So respect is a little word, but it is a big, big rule. Go ahead and have one. Before we actually get into that, though, I'm going to go ahead and do 3 more of our prizes. You better hurry up and pick, because they're coming for you, man. They're coming. They're coming. All right. You can get the first prize if you can get over there before he grabs it. No, not you. I'm sorry, sweetie. Go ahead and go have a seat. 242462. 242462. You are up next. 242462. 242431. 242431. Anybody have 242431? And if you have it, just come on up and grab one. 242398. 242398. All right. So when it comes to respect, there's almost nothing that we don't respect around here. As Pastor Fred was telling us, one of the biggest things we need to respect at any of our campuses is the facility. These are all churches that have generously allowed us to use their facility, and it's kind of a lot to let this many people into your space for a full day a week. So we are in their debt, very appreciative of their generosity, and we want to leave the place at least as good or better than we found it. So I got another question. This is a question for a finger light now. When you've got company coming over, what does mom make you do? All right. In the headband, right here, pink headband, yes. Clean the house. Come on down. Clean the house. So when you've got company coming, you clean the house. So let's just pretend that you have worked. It's like the president is coming. The house is so clean. Your room is spotless. And then mom says, we're having a party, and we're going to invite 200 people over, and we're going to play all day long. How's your room going to look at the end of that? It's going to be a mess. And then mom says, they're coming every single week. Are you down for that? That would be an awful lot, wouldn't it? So let me tell you, I had 4 children. You do not want to see my house today, okay? I am not even good at keeping up with 4 children. I cannot keep up with 200 children. There is just no way. So each one of us has to look around and clean up after ourselves. And this is true when we're eating lunch, when we're in a classroom, throughout the day. Each individual student needs to be responsible to clean up after themselves. And it's not that easy, I know. We go out on the playground, I call cleanup time. 50 kids grab their backpacks and head inside. That's not what I meant by cleanup time. So we do need to do better. This is something that we just have an ongoing problem of. It's just the nature of things, but each one of us needs to clean up after ourselves. Another thing that we've had happen just over and over again is writing on the tables, okay? I know when you're in class, it's easy to doodle. It's kind of fun to want to doodle. Doodle all you want, but do it on a piece of paper. Our tables, we've literally had to put tape over some things that have been written on the tables because we cannot get them off and we cannot leave them on. So please, please respect the property, respect the facilities. No writing on the tables. Which brings up another point. When students in kindergarten through 8th grade have a gap in their schedule, when they are not in a class, they need to be supervised. So high schoolers, if they prove to us that they can be on campus without supervision and they have a gap, we can deal with that because at a high school level, with their transcripts, the way it works, they really can't take back-to-back classes. But kindergarten through 8th grade, they need to be in back-to-back classes or someone needs to come and supervise them. There are a couple exceptions to that. So if your student has a music lesson, which leaves them with a 30-minute gap, that is okay as long as the student can stay in the common area where we can see them and is not causing a problem. So that is okay. In the 6th to 8th grade this year, we have some gaps that are created by 60-minute classes and 90-minute classes not aligning perfectly. So a 30-minute gap created for that reason is also okay. But otherwise, students either need to be in back-to-back classes or they do need to have an adult come and supervise them. Okay, one thing that we like to do as homeschoolers is we like to kind of integrate lessons into everything else that we do. So even though we're not studying math today, we're going to take a little time here and we're going to have a little mini math lesson. And we're going to talk a little bit about the history of NHA. So as I told you earlier, we started in 2007 as a Park Day group. In 2013, we added high school classes, and at that point, we had 20 students. So the next year, in 2014, we went K to 12. And at that time, we quadrupled. Anybody know what 20 times 4 is? This is for the big stuff here, right here. 80, come and get a finger light, 80. So in 2014, we went to 80. In 2015, we doubled. Does anybody know how to double 80? Anybody know that? 80 times 2? 160, you are so smart. Come get a finger light. That's right, 160. All right, so now we're going to go back to some addition. So the next year, we added 60. Can anybody add 160 to 60? Right here? How about 220? Come and get one. Come and get one. 6 and 6 is 12. You carry the one. So it's 220. 220. All right, 220. I put her on the spot there. That was tricky. 220. All right, so they're right down there. All right, I've lost count of the year. So 2015, I think this is 2016. So this is 2017. Now, can anybody add 220 plus 50? How about right here? 270. Oh, it's a tie. You can both have one. All right. 270. 270. Boy, this is taking a while. Okay, so after 270, we added another 50. Now look at this. If we added 50 and 50, how many did we add in those 2 years? That's 100. So can anyone add this up? What do we come to right here? Oh, the little one that's stretching so tall. You know, yeah. 320. Come on down. Did I get that right? I think I did. I'm not sure I can even do all this math. All right. So that takes us actually to 2019, which was before COVID. And before COVID, we had 300. Oh, my goodness. What a mess I'm making. Before COVID, we had 350 was our biggest year. And honestly, I thought that was going to be like the cap. We could not take another student. So this year, coming back after 2 years of COVID, 2022, what do you think? Do you think we made it to 400? You think we made it to 400? You guys are nuts, man. We made it to 420, and we still have a week to go. That is like insane. But we are very blessed that you have chosen us, and we hope to give every single person an incredible experience this year in our classes. All right, so back to respect, because respect, we could talk about respect for a long time. We talked about respecting the facilities. What's another thing that you think we're supposed to respect? What do you think? Respecting God. Okay, very good. You can come and get one. That's very good. How about in the back? Respect others, right? Is that what you said? That's right. Come on down. So respect other students. One way that we respect other students is by the way that we talk. So we had some issues last year with students that were using words that were not okay to use at school. So we want to be very careful in the words that we use. And if you're not sure if a word is a bad word or not to use at school, you should ask your mom, okay? And if your mom has a question, she can ask me. But there are just some words that we all know that we should not use. And that's one way that we respect other people, is by only using good words. All right. Let's see. What's another thing that you think we should respect around here? Right here. Did you say teachers? Ding, 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 ding. Teachers. Respect teachers is exactly right. So one of the ways we show respect for teachers is by calling them how they would like to be called. So I typically go by either Miss Tiffany or Mrs. Millen. I have taught a preschool group for the last 19 years, so when you're working with 3-year-olds, Miss Tiffany just makes sense, and when they grow up, they're just in the habit of calling you Miss Tiffany, and so that works. So Miss Tiffany works 100% for me, but if you're more comfortable calling me Mrs. Millen, that is fine too. Your teachers will let you know how they want to be referred to on the first day of class, and you can refer to them either by their first name with a Mr. in front, or their last name, but we always use that title of respect when we're referring to our teachers. All right, we're going to do another raffle here. 2424, so 242432. 242432. I got to mix these up because I think I had one real close to that. 242380. 242380 come and get it. 242380. If you've got that one, come on up and get it. 242402. Right over here. 242402. And I think we still have quite a bit out there. I'm going to do another one. 242381. 242381. Another way that we respect our teachers is by respecting the class culture. So if you've got a teacher up there and they're trying to present a lesson, do you think it is respectful to the teacher and to the class if you're on your cell phone? Yeah, it's not respectful, is it? So I want to do a little hypothetical here. Now, this is a trick question. I'm just going to put this out there right up front. So we're going to say that you're in class, and you have a friend who's at Target, another homeschooler, obviously, because they're not at school today. They're at Target. And she's in the dressing room trying on sweaters, okay? And she's doing a poll on Instagram because she's got these 3 sweaters, and she needs you to vote on which one is the best. She does not have a lot of time here. This is not going to wait until you get out of class. And you can see that all of her friends, quote-unquote friends, are voting for the ugliest sweater you have ever laid eyes on. You cannot let this happen to her. What do you do? Do you vote? You vote on the best one because you're her friend, right? It's a trick question. What do you think? Not only do you not vote because you're in class, you have no idea she's taking a poll because you did not get your cell phone out, right? Your cell phone does not come out. So now you don't even know that she's taking a poll. All right, we have actually had some issues with cell phones. And we sat in a board meeting this summer, and the board said, take the cell phones away. Don't let them have them on campus. And I said, I don't want to do that. I want to create an environment where people who are willing to respect the rules have the freedoms that they should enjoy. So here's what we're going to do. If you abuse the privilege of having a cell phone, then you will lose the privilege of having a cell phone. If your cell phone comes out in class, the teacher will take it, they will give it to me. You can come and get it at the end of the day, and please don't bring it back next week. If you are found using any electronic device in an inappropriate way for school, so we all are aware of things that are just not appropriate at school. Those things should not be seen at school. If someone sees you looking at something inappropriate, you are going to lose not just you're going to lose your ability to bring that ever, okay? And if it becomes a problem beyond that, it'll be suspension or expulsion, because we just cannot have people being exposed at school to inappropriate stuff on the internet. Everybody needs to be able to feel safe here and to know that this is going to be a place that we all want to be. So that I'm going to have to really crack down on, no inappropriate uses of cell phones. Another thing you'll see that we don't really stipulate, we don't have a dress code. We just have our rule, respect. Dress in such a way that you respect yourself and you respect the people around you. All right? All right. Let's do another raffle. Looks like we still have quite a few prizes over there. 242437. 242437. 242421, 242421, 242426, 242426. All right. So let's review. We've memorized our whole handbook now. What was one of the rules? Right here? Yeah. No running. Did you already give me that one? No, it wasn't you? All right, come and get one. I was like, is that the same person twice? And right next door. Respect. So no running. Respect. Come on down. There was one more. Does anybody remember it right here? Be kind. Be kind. Let's do that together. So no running. Respect. Be kind. Those are our 3 rules. That is our entire handbook. Right now, I'd like to go ahead and ask some of our staff to come forward. We're going to introduce staff. If you teach English language arts or writing, logic, art, any foreign language, or PE, and I know our PE instructors are sweating it out in Hawaii today, so they are not here. English language arts, writing, logic, art, foreign language, come on down. All right. Come on up, because it's kind of crowded down there, honestly. Oh, dear. That one may have... No, it still works. What did I lose? Thank you. Stick that back on there. All right. So I want to introduce you to our teachers. We'll start on this end. So this is Mrs. Jennifer Wright. Actually, I could talk for an hour on just what Jen is teaching, because Jen is teaching some of the classes that I get the most excited about every time we offer them. She's teaching middle school personal finance, which is always such a great practical set of skills. Logic, our logical fallacies class. I did not promote it too much this year because we only have one session of it, and I didn't want to absolutely blow the doors down because we filled 2 classrooms before with that class. But logical fallacies is so critical in a day when literally everything we see on the TV, you just can't trust, you can't even trust your eyes anymore. It can be so deceptive. The news, all of those things all that information that feeds into us, logical fallacies gives us the ability to filter it, to identify fallacious thinking and say, you know what? That's not what it sounds. That's not quite like it sounds. So great, great class. And then this year we're doing culture and geography, where we're hoping to have 28 different people through one each week from 28 different cultures across the globe telling us about the culture that they're passionate about. I had a friend who was here 7 years ago from Iran, and she came one day and she talked to us about Persian culture, and she shared some food. And you know, I didn't know that much about Iran. All I knew is what I saw on the news. But what I found out from Moj was that, wow, that was really an amazing cultural, thing that existed going back centuries and probably even millennia, and I had no idea. So when someone can come who's passionate, who can really talk to you about something that they know intimately, you remember it so much better than just learning it from a book. So Jen is teaching 2 of our culture and geography classes this year. And did you want to say something, Jen?
You said it all.
I'm sorry. I think I saw. And Miss Summer is back. She had taught our art classes for K to 2nd grade for many years. She took last year off, and now she's doing 3rd grade to 12th grade. She's been busy planning. We've been buying all kinds of cool supplies. So she'll be teaching our art classes.
I just want to ask if you have students in my classes, please watch your email over the next week. I have a couple emails I want to get out to you guys that have lots of information, and I'm just really super excited to be back in the classroom again. I'm happy.
All right. And then Miss Karina teaches our ASL classes, which we're not offering this year, and also our Spanish classes. So she's got classes for 1st to 3rd, 3rd to 5th, and 6th to 12th, Spanish 1.
So if you're in my class, welcome. I look forward to meeting you and getting to know you better. Parents, I encourage you to ask them questions, learn alongside with them, and just have fun with it. Look for apps, look for videos, look for YouTube, and just try to grow the language together and make it fun.
And then next to her is Miss Jennifer Soto, who is our kindergarten TKK English Language Arts teacher, much loved by everyone who's ever been in one of her classes. And Mrs. Soto doesn't need to, she goes without saying, but her classes are always full, and they are currently full. And sadly, we have had to turn many away this year because we simply were out of space. But very grateful for anyone who can come and be part of Mrs. Soto's kindergarten. And then this is Miss Abby Soto, who will be teaching the science literature class that is new this year, and the Lego motion class.
Yes, so I'm really excited. I did teach literature last year, but we added a science aspect. So every other week it'll be different. One week will be science, the other week will be literature. I have really neat lesson plans for all your kids, so I'm really excited to meet everybody. For the Lego class, we're providing the Legos. It's such a cool system. We're going to be learning what we're building, and then we'll build it together. So I'm really, really excited, and I can't wait to meet everybody.
And then Mrs. Ann Baum, she's actually been the head of our art department going all the way back to our very first year. This year she is teaching cursive and Zentangle, and I know she's going to tell us more about that.
I hope so. I have the distinction of being the oldest staff member by at least 10 years. And I am. I also have the distinction of being Caitlin and Kevin Baum's grandmother, and I've been with the program since 2007, since they were in Park Day together. So I love NHA, and I'll have to admit that over the years I've become a complete fan of homeschooling. I was a doubter, Tiffany will tell you, but now my nieces, many of my family members are homeschooling their children, and I'm a huge fan of what all of you are doing, so thank you. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. If you don't know what that is, you can Google the word Zentangle, and it will come up and tell you all about it. It's a method for teaching art. And I am very thrilled that one of my students is going to be becoming a certified Zentangle teacher next semester, and she will be my assistant. So it's all good. And I've been teaching art since 1984, so I am really old.
Mrs. Baum is also caregiver to her own parents who are now in their 90s, so that's why she has pulled away a little bit from teaching, but we're just glad to get her for the hours that she can be here. And then next to her is Miss Zoya Stanchitz, who is our Russian teacher, and we have tried for so many years to get more Russian going, and this year we didn't even plan it, and it just like happened. So we're really excited to be able to offer Russian to those students who already have a background in Russian, and then to also offer Russian to students who have no idea what Russian even is. Did you want to talk to her?
I'm not a very good talker, but a speaker. But I want to say that I'm very grateful to teach here. And my kids also love NHA, and I already told Miss Tiffany that when my daughter had an assignment, I think BGU Press, there's assignment to write persuasive letter. So what did she write? She wrote a letter to her friend about NHA. She said, this is the best school, you have to join this. So I always tell my friends who are homeschooling, come and join us. This is a very good opportunity to socialize, to learn more things, and to meet friends, new friends.
All right, and this is Miss Alyssa Millen. You might recognize this is my daughter. She will be teaching our more advanced high school writing program. So this is going to be IWC Year 2 this year. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, so writing, probably not as exciting as Zentangle, but if you're not familiar with the IEW program, it changed everything for me for writing. It made it make so much more sense. It just really breaks it down, makes it attainable, achievable. So I'm excited, hopefully to be able to share IEW with kids who are familiar with IEW, but also if there's anyone who's not sure, definitely check it out. It's an amazing program, and I'm excited to teach it this year.
Alyssa earned her master's degree a year ago, so she got to put all of those skills to use in her master's thesis. So she's done a lot of writing, and IEW was a great foundation for her. And then our other IEW instructor that's coming in new this year, but she is not new to IEW because her kids have taken it, I don't know, however many years she's been here, a long time. So Terry Robinson has a degree in teaching, but she has been a homeschool mom primarily for the last, well, probably 12 years or so. And she's coming back to teach our IEW, several of our IEW programs. There's a homeschool mom brings a unique perspective. They just have so much understanding of it from the homeschool mom point of view. So glad to have a homeschool mom who kind of can see the whole picture back teaching IEW this year. And I think Okay, Terry's good. Alyssa covered it. IEW is a great program. If you're not familiar with it, it's great for reluctant writers, and it's also great for gifted writers. And then Mrs. Welch has been teaching. Well, she was an assistant in these same exact classes for what, 15, 20 years? I don't know, a long time. So 15 years she was like assistant, and then she moved up, and now she teaches our ELA for our first and second grade. And there's just, I would put our program up against anything. For homeschoolers, we do it the best. I'm sorry. Well, we've been doing it the longest. Who else has been in this game for 20 years? I mean, we've been doing it a while. You guys anything? All right. And then Miss Julianne is teaching Story of the World. She is teaching one of our STEM classes. She'll be doing our mystery science, and she is also doing some of our IEW, which she also did IEW last year. Is that everything you're doing? What? Oh, and she's also offering an hour of tutoring at 11 o'clock, but that is full, so sorry. All right. And Miss Juliana is getting her master's degree this year, or in May, yes. So she's on the way to her master's degree as well. All right, I'll go ahead and let these teachers sit down. Thank you. Let's find some new winners. Winner. 242399. 242399. 242405. 242405. 242406. I need to mix them up. 242406. Come on up. We are on the last page, and we are on the home stretch. All right, so as we kind of alluded to before, what happens if you break the rules? What do we think? I'm not going to make you answer this one. I'm just going to tell you. I don't ever want you to find out what happens if you break the rules. I want you to be people of character. I want you to have the self-discipline and self-control to do the right thing, even if someone's not going to notice. All right, that's what character is. Character is doing the right thing, even if you don't think there's any chance that you can get caught. So that is what we want. Those are the students that we want at NHA, students that are just going to do the right thing. However, there will be times when someone will do the wrong thing. So in that case, I am what they call the principal. So it's not technically a school, so I'm not technically a principal, but I act here as the principal. Now, moms and dads, when you were in school, I'm assuming if you're like me, sometimes we had little pet names for our teachers. And I had lots of pet names for my teachers, and I went back and tried to think of one that I could share here, and there were none. But there is a pet name that my students gave me here many years ago when I was teaching high school chemistry and physics. So instead of calling me Mrs. Millen, they called me Mrs. Chillin, because I am so fantastically chill. And chill is exactly how I want to be, all right? But there are times when Mrs. Chillin, she has like an alter ego, kind of like the Incredible Hulk. Anybody seen the Incredible Hulk? The Incredible Hulk, he's like a nice, mild-mannered guy, and then suddenly he's this big, green, angry monster. Well, my alter ego, I call her the Ice Queen. Anybody seen Chronicles of Narnia? All right, you do not want to mess with that lady, right? The Ice Queen. So do not make Mrs. Chillin turn into the Ice Queen. But I will tell you 3 ways that you will be guaranteed to bring out the Ice Queen. Disrespecting any of our facilities. Do not write on the walls. Do not vandalize the bathrooms. Believe it or not, multiple instances last year of vandalism in our bathrooms. Absolutely not okay. Do not jaywalk across this street. Oh, that is an instant trigger. Absolutely, positively. Students do have to cross back and forth. Our high school campus is right across the street here. You walk down to the light. We will have a crossing guard. You push the button. You cross at the light. Absolutely never, ever, ever. Zero tolerance for crossing. Even though I know that you are 16 years old and you are not going to get hit by a car because you're going to look. We cannot be running back and forth across the street. That is going to attract the attention of our community and our neighbors faster than anything else. We do not want that kind of attention. Do not jaywalk across the street. And then don't ditch class. You know, it's kind of easy to do. And you think, oh, me and my friends, we just want to go and hang out. We don't want to go to class. That's like really getting in the way of our social time. Do not ditch class. You need to be where you are supposed to be when you are on campus. So beyond that, next week I'm going to have an assembly over at our junior high school campus. So at noon next week, junior high and high school, we're going to have a meeting for about 10 minutes, and we're going to go over some rules that really don't necessarily apply to little kids. And then we're going to have a pizza party. So you won't need a lunch as long as you're down with pizza next week. We're going to do that. But there will be suspensions for violating some of our rules. There will be expulsions. We need to create an environment here where everyone feels safe and welcome. And some behaviors are just not welcoming to all families. So everybody has different value systems. Everybody might do something slightly different in their home. We have to find a place where we can all function together in a way that is respectful of everybody's value system. So I'm going to be talking more about that to the high school students and junior high students next week. All right, I think we're ready to finish off these raffles. We still have quite a few prizes. 242435, 242435, 242442, 242442, 242439, 242439, 242461, 242461. If I could get any other teachers that were not part of the first group to please come up. Any other teachers that we have that did not come up in the first group, which would be science. I don't even know, but yes, you know who you are. All right. So, Miss Maria is our music teacher for TK to second grade, and she is also a gifted violinist. So during the rest of the week, she's a violin teacher. If anybody's interested in violin lessons, I have no idea what kind of opening she's got, but she does do that as well.
Hi, I'm so excited to meet. I know I have a bunch of new students this year, and I'm sure some returning students. So I'm really excited to see you all again and meet the new faces. Like Miss Tiffany said, I do have some openings for private violin students. That's what I do during most of the week. And then on Tuesdays, I love getting to teach general music, and we do some singing. We do a lot of like music theory, learning how to read music and notes and all those kinds of things. And I'm going to have my students refer to me as Mrs. Solace. They had some really difficult. They had some difficulty with my first name last year. So we're gonna hopefully avoid teacher, and it's Mrs. Solace. So I'm looking forward to meet you. I will unfortunately miss the first day of class. So if you're new, you haven't met me, please come over today, and I'd love to get to know you. I'll be out of town next week.
All right, thank you. And then Audrey came in last year as our private tutor. So she homeschooled her children K to 12th. When they graduated, she came back to be part of the community to help others, support other homeschool moms. And so she is our private tutor. And I just found out today we're going to have one opening for private tutor. I don't know what time yet, but if you were interested in private tutor and you did not get a spot, I do believe we're going to have one opening, which will probably fill very quickly. All right, and then you were here once before, no? No way! Oh my gosh! No, they don't even look alike. But I could not tell them apart. I was like, what is this? Okay, no. Okay, so there are a lot of Sotos, but I have 4 kids. They have 4 kids. There's not that many. This is the other Miss Soto. She actually got married. Are we going by Cluck? Mrs. Cluck, Mrs. Rebecca Cluck, and she will be teaching photography, and she's also going to be, I think, subbing in that music class next week that Maria will not be there for.
Really quickly, if you do not have a camera, no worries. I encourage you to take this class anyways. I can kind of chat more about it if you want to meet me after the rally. Other options if you don't have a personal camera. So I encourage you, and I'm excited for this class.
She's a great photographer. She actually, takes pictures professionally. She does a lot of weddings. She's got a website. So if you're interested, you can email me and I'll give you the information where you can go out and see some of her work. All right, next to her, fan favorite every year, Mr. Justin Soto, who teaches all of our upper core math. So pre-algebra this year, Algebra 1 and Geometry will be Mr. Soto.
Just two things really quick. Looking forward to a great year again. And then also, remember the math classes, pre-algebra, algebra, and geometry are Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday will be on Zoom most of the time. One or two times we'll have a pre-recorded video. But so Tuesdays at the normal place. On Thursdays will be a Zoom class, and I'll send you links. So if you're in those classes, parents, you'll get an email between now and next Tuesday. Looking forward to a great year, Mrs. Millen.
Awesome. And if you are in pre-algebra, we are doing that using teaching textbooks, so that will require a computer at home. You do not have to have a computer at school, but you do need to know you will have to have a computer at home in order to do that class. And then we have Miss Tina Nassar. She is one of our our OGs, is that what we call them, our like original gangsters. So we were at the park there 15 years ago. Our children have grown up together, and Tina has been teaching our science now for several years. So she teaches our A to G biology lab and our A to G chemistry lab, our high school sciences. All right, Tina herself is a nurse practitioner, so she had a career in the sciences before becoming a homeschooling mom, and she does a wonderful job. Both of those classes are currently full, sadly, but there's actually no one on the wait list for chemistry right now. And then this is Miss Nikki, and she is coming to teach our 3rd to 5th grade culture and geography classes, which I've already told you I am super stoked about those. I personally I'm going to try to sit in on those every week that I can. I am just really looking forward. One of the things that we already have lined up is a group called Blues in the Schools. So this is a group that goes around and does assemblies that introduces students to blues as a cultural experience. And so they teach part of the history of blues going back to the African American community in the South. So that is something that is uniquely a North American cultural thing, which, you know, we've brought in so many things from outside, but blues is uniquely North American. So we're actually going to start in North America. I've got a mom, I think she's in the room right now. Her home is, prior to coming here, was Mexico. She's going to talk to us. I'm working on a friend, African American friend, to come. We're trying to get someone to come and talk to us about deaf culture. So not necessarily just geographical cultures, but cultures like deaf culture. So if you are from another country or another culture and you would be interested in coming, we are looking for 28 guest presenters to cover all 28 weeks of our culture and geography class. Miss Nikki? All right. Miss Nikki and I saw each other at Panera a few weeks ago, and it was like I knew that lady, but this is her first year, and we'd only met a couple times at the park, and so we didn't say anything, but today we figured it out. So I was so glad to now finally know who that lady was. All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's finish off that table. How many prizes do I got over there, guys? 1, 2. Oh, the chess set is still there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 6. 6 right now. Get your tickets out. 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 9. 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 9. 2, 4, 2, 3, 9, 6. 2, 4, 2, 3, 9, 6. 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 6. 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 6, and I've lost count of how many I drew. We're going to do one more, and then we'll wait, and we'll do one at the end, I think. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 0. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 0. All right. Some of you have approached me about volunteer opportunities. So there is if you go like you're registering for a class, you go to our registration site, you choose from the semester drop-down list, it'll say like email list. Choose email list, hit search. Then you can register for the email list that will get you the information for our volunteer opportunities. Most probably know I took on a new title of grant writer in the last year, and we got a $50,000 grant to help our private pay families. We are an inclusive group. I started out as a private homeschooler for the first 5 years that I homeschooled, and then I was priced out of the market. We were a single income family. I had 4 kids. We were fine as long as we were just staying home doing our own thing, but if we wanted to go out and do the fun stuff, we couldn't do it. There was no way we could do it on our income. So I was someone who felt like I was sort of forced into the charters. And charters are great, and charters have been an incredible blessing. But there are plenty of people who are not in the charters. And my heart is really for us to be inclusive and to include private pay families as well. And literally, in our program, we have seen less than 1%. Less than 1% of our families have been private pay. So we want to be able to reach that homeschool community as well. And that's why we got this grant. And so this grant gives us an opportunity to reward some of our private pay families if they want to come and be a co-op. It's hard to be a co-op when you have 400 kids. It was easy when we had 20 kids. But we want to kind of get back to our roots and do some more of that co-op, volunteer, sharing the load. So if you want to be a part of that volunteer opportunity, you can get on that email list. Also, very important, just a couple of logistical things. We are almost done. At this facility, drive in on this side. You can drop off and continue on. If you see the traffic backing up, please park and drop off. But a lot of times, you can just drop off and continue on. First day of class, walk your kid to their classroom if they don't know where they're going. That's not a problem. But on a normal day, you can probably drop off, keep going around the back, and then exit on this side. It creates a real hazard when we have a bunch of people going in and out at the same place. So this is a U in and out on this side. At River City Baptist Church, where we have our TK to second graders, you must park and walk your child to their first class every single week. Absolutely no exceptions, all right? It is just unsafe. We had a mom one day pull up, drop off her kid, saw that he went in the front door. She drives away. He gets in there. He panics. He doesn't know where to go. He turns around, walks back outside, and now he's standing on the sidewalk alone in front of a church crying, watching his mom drive away. That is not okay, all right? You have to walk your child, TK to second grade child, to their first class of the day, and you have to pick them up at their last class of the day. We have aides who will walk them between every single other class. They will walk them to the bathroom and stand outside the bathroom. At no time do we ever allow our TK to second graders to be alone in the hallways at that facility. All right? All right. Pizza lunch next week over at Cornerstone. Right now, hopefully you've got your map, you've got your list of the classrooms. You can walk around this facility and find all the classrooms here. You can go across the street to Cornerstone, see the classrooms there, and then 1 mile away at River City Baptist, we will have several staff members over there to greet you and show you the situation over there. So that is where we go from here. I will be here. To answer any questions as well. And thank you so much for coming. We are looking forward to getting started next week. All right, I got 3 more. I got 3 prizes here. Let's do this. 3 prizes. 242367, 242367, 242390, 242390, and the final one, 242392, 242392. Come and get a prize.